Morning all, I'm Johnny B and welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic episode 48. Now, I know I just put a video out this morning, but I got home after work today and I watched a bit more highlights of that game last night, and there's just a million things I thought I need to just get off my mind, off my chest. So I've wrote a few bits and pieces down, so excuse me for just looking at my paper every now and again, but I just had to get these points across. Now, the first point is the board. Now, who decided to employ Wilfried Nancy and his backroom team? Because to me, they just looked out of their depth last night, and I know it's only one game. I know Ange get pumped in his first game, and a lot of the managers did, but last night I just seen panic in everybody's faces. The players, the crowd, the backroom staff, even people behind the coach and that. You could see them looking at each other kind of going, what's going on here? Nobody knew what was happening. I know he's only had a couple of days of training, but you know when you get that feeling, and I've just got a funny feeling that we've made the wrong choice here. Now, why did the board pick him? Is it because he was fourth favourite and nobody else wanted the job? What happened to the Bodø Glimt manager? You know, what happened to the Bruges manager? What happened to the Ipswich manager? Like, did they talk to them and none of these wanted it and they went, we'll go somewhere else at the way? I mean, this looks to me like what happened across the road at Rankers. They've ended up losing out on all their top ones, and eventually at the end of that one they ended up with Russell Martin, and look at the disaster that was. It's honestly, I do not want to go down that road, and what I seen last night for the players, the fans, backroom staff, everything was just panic, and I thought, do these guys know what they're doing? It reminded me of, do you remember a film called Trading Places? When an old tramp out the street, they went and put him into a really good office job, gave him tons of money. Didn't know what he was doing, but it's just, and that's what it's like. It's like we've just dragged these guys. Oh, they'll do. Let's try them, and that's what it feels like to me. I sincerely hope I'm wrong. I'll come on and apologise to everybody, but I've just got that sinking feeling in my heart that we've made the wrong choice here. And if it's a 2.5 year deal, it could be done before Christmas. I don't know what it is. Call it gut feeling, call it whatever. Even when he's getting interviewed, he said it's not about winning and losing. Well, it is. You're at Celtic now. It's all about winning. It's not about how you play. Of course we want to play well and all that, but it's about 3 points in the bag and winning every single game. And if you don't know that, and this is what Russell Martin come, and he reminds me of that Philip Clement and all. Didn't have a clue what he was talking about, made excuse after excuse. Now, I know he's only had one interview, but I just look at it last night and I thought, disaster from the start to finish. And I'm not looking forward to Roma. I don't know how we're going to go here. They're more sort of a technically gifted players in Italy and all that, and they're one of the better sides. I know they've not been going well, but they're no any mugs. And I just look, if a big fella Disney won on Wednesday night, that's 2 in a row, he's going to get beaten and he's into a cup final. I just don't get it. Like, see, last night, I watched a part of the game tonight again, and see the first goal. I mean, we've all just switched off. Every single person, even the wee guy that scored, Braga, he switched off, but then he's went, wait a minute, they've not put the flag up, and he's been next to the ball again. Whereas, even Trusty, when he hit that shot, Trusty went in there kind of half-hearted. Fucking go in and clear everything. Just went in there and stood half-heartedly. And I know that's no on the manager, but that can get you sacked when players don't go in. I don't know what Trusty was doing. Watch it again. I know McGregor stuffed it up, but Trusty could have just been right in front of that ball and cleared him, the ball, the man, everything. And he just went in there and stood, and then they're all looking about as if it's going to be offside. Engels was clearly playing them all in. But I'll go even further than that. See the second goal that they got, Shankland was offside. You see the line, if there's a line drawn there, if Shankland scores that, Schmeichel saved it and it went out for a corner and they've scored for the corner, right? But Shankland was offside. And I know decisions go for you and go against you, But that was a big decision because they've scored for the corner. If Michael doesn't save that and it goes in, that's just offside. They go to the VAR and they realise that his error was in front of everybody else. It doesn't matter what part of your body, that's how they do it these days. So why did it not go to VAR? And it was clearly offside. Stevie Wonder could have seen that one, and I don't get it. And then see on the corner. Watch the corner again. If you can get the highlights, watch the corner. So the corner gets floated in. Not one Celtic player is looking at that ball coming in. They're too busy looking at the player, trying to pull their shirt. Not one of them. I looked at it and I went, look, every single one of them had eyes on players. Are that busy rushing about. Just zonal mark, watch the ball. The ball's going to come in. If you're near it, header it away. Not one of them done it. Please, do me a favour. Watch the replay. Everybody's watching and pulling and hauling at the Hearts players. Nobody even saw that ball coming in. And I'm going, man, what's going on there? Centre halves used to watch that ball come in, just get up and clear it. Big Roddy McDonald and Tam McAdam and that, you know. Van Dijk, they're not looking at the player, they're looking at the ball coming in. Just don't get it. That's schoolboy errors. And that's what cost us the second goal. And basically the game, you know. And even at that to be, is it Braga or the other guy? He had another chance to score and he's put it wide. If he gets that on target, it's another goal. We were sleeping with every single cross that came in. We were second to every single ball. And see, when I watched it tonight, I thought, nobody really get pass marks, but Tierney was good last night. Kieran Tierney played well. They're saying Trusty had a good game. No, he didn't. He just had a lot of the ball, but done nothing with it. He had like 166 passes. That's more than any other Celtic player. But none of them were to put us through, to put us on down the wing. It was all bang, touch it, and touch. He was scared to go forward, as I said last night. It was a shocking watch. All the players was as if they were one arm tied behind their back. They couldn't do this. Now again, when you look back at it, the amount of chances that he had to shoot and he tried to play that final ball, which was garbage. Engels tried to play that final ball, crap. Hatate was awful. Like, I know the managers are under pressure right away. He picks the team. Now again, we've got that many players you can rotate. Get rid of these guys that aren't doing it. But I think the whole system last night confused us. We're playing with 3 left-footed players at the back. You need a bit of balance there. You could play that formation when Alistair Johnson's there. When he's not there, Ralston's not going to do it. Kobe Donovan's not going to do it. The only one that can do that is AJ. And he's injured. So this guy needs to change his tactics. We have to go to 4 at the back again. I don't care what you say, but he can't persevere. If he perseveres with this, he's going to do the same as Clement and Russell Martin. He's going to do the exact same. He's going to fall on his own sword. And we're going to go, well, we could see this coming for day one. This is awful that I'm on here ranting and raving, but I just looked at that last night and I just see no hope for the future if he's going to continue doing that. We were just absolutely awful last night. So, again, the board need to have a good look at themselves because they chose this guy and they've never come out and says, well, I know they don't want it because it's going to be embarrassing for him if they say he was 4th choice, nobody else wanted it. But as fans, we need to know who made this decision. Who decided that this guy was a good enough manager for our club? Everybody, Postecoglou's proved it. He's won cups, he's won leagues, he's been in charge of the Australian national team, got him in the World Cup. This Wilfred Nancy's done nothing. Won 1 cup final. I don't get it. It's a shame for the guy, but it's not going to be a good outcome for him. I definitely think so. And I can't believe that when he said, oh yeah, it's not about winning and losing. Well, if you're at Celtic, it's all about winning and losing. I just don't know how we're going to go into this game. I had to get this off my chest tonight. Come in for work thinking, do I do another podcast? No, or do I not? Because I thought people is going to get the shits. Well, why would he come on and say that? I say what I see. Do you know what I mean? And every time I look at the highlights, I know he's out with that wee board like Battleships. Remember that wee game with Battleships? And he's fucking shouting McGregor off the park. come out here. While the game's going, he's out there. Your move, my move. Like, it's nonsense. Get the tactics board up at half time or before the game, but you can't do that. It just looks so stupid when he's got that wee hanging his knee. And he was telling, he couldn't get his message across, and he's talking to the boys next to him going, can you tell him to do this? And they were looking as if, I don't know what you're talking about either. Fuck me. I don't know what we're going to do. It's got to go back to 4 at the back until we get players that can play in that position. Because we seriously can't. I mean, see if you got AJ back, you could put AJ, Trusty and Scales at the back. You could put Kieran Tierney up and down that wing where Tinecti was playing. You know? But then you need another one on the other side that's going to work his socks off. Don't know if it's going to be Yang. I don't think so. Right now, we just need to go by what we've got. And Roma must be coming up here going like, right, okay, we know what we're doing here. If he plays that, they'll just pick us apart. So, I don't know. I think I can't see this going well. And I don't know what anybody else thinks after last night. I know people's going to go, it's only one game, but that was a big game last night that we should have won. And the players should have been better than what they were. But I just think they all looked confused. So I'm sorry for the rant again. I just had to get things off my chest. I just see Clement and Russell Martin in this guy. And I see a wee bit of arrogance in him. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. But anyway, trying to have a good couple of days up until the Roma game. I'm going to bring a guest on before the Roma game. So I'll not tell you who it is. A bit of surprise. Not major, but just a good mate of mine. So we'll catch up later. And hail, hail.